what tech skills or emerging technologies are currently most in demand when companies hire fresh graduates? Hello and welcome to this brand new season of this podcast series from the Resume 3.0 by SOA English Café, supported by SOA Photography Club at SOA Proxima 2026 in association with Times Now. This is Devanshu Singh, and it's a great honor for me to welcoming Mr. Lakshay Sabharwal, sir, Senior Manager, Campus Recruitment and Engagements.
Thank you. Thank you for calling me out for continuously. This is the second season I'm here, and then I got the same host as well. Thank you so much. I've seen a lot of transformation while having this podcast, right? Because it was when I was last here, it was a very initial stage, and we got a lot of little stuffs out here. But we have grown up. Technology has been advanced, and it looks good that we have grown up into the club. Yeah.
So, if we are talking about technical advancements, I think we should also put a question regarding it, sir.
Yeah, definitely.
So, with rapid technological advancements, what tech skills or emerging technologies are currently most in demand when companies hire fresh graduates?
See, in this technological era, so I would say there is no fixed barrier around here, right? In every quarter, you see there is a slight improvement or an advancement into the technologies. So, though the basic knowledge and foundations are still there, right? And how to leverage that and avoid the a good amount of time which we used to invest has been now lifted up to in association with the AI. If you've seen most of the people who were Python developers last time, if I talk about 5 years back, they were used to take a lot of time to develop things because Python is a very good language to go across with, right? But they were taking time to develop the notations as per the client needs. But now there is an advancement. If I talk about AI information and integration with Python, which the people used to take an hours of work to go with, they have now has been reduced into minutes or somewhere down the line. Maybe a big task is converted couple of days into a day or two, etc. So this is the technology advancement which has been through, and most of the organization, it's not like that they stick towards AI advancement or something like that. But looking at the people nowadays, it's more of the people who have a capability and the ownership, and as well as knowledge and understanding and trained professional in AI who can pick up the more tasks and get the more business across the organization.
Well, I think most of our viewers will be taking notes because I myself a person who is very much comfortable with Python language itself.
Yeah.
So I get that completely. Talking about the current era, let's dive a little bit into the corporate world now. So many organizations today speak about building a people first culture. From your experience, what does that truly look like in practice rather than just a corporate phrase?
Uh, See, people first is a very vast word to go across with. If I talk about, let's leave corporate talk aside. If you're living in a family, you have a father, mother, you're a son, you have a sister, maybe you have a uncle, aunts, and maternal side, parental side, etc. So, what is your first priority rather than other people? It's your own people first,
Definitely.
right?
Yes.
Similarly, how the corporate works, right? It's more of, it's not like that people, this era has come now because of social media. People have thought about it and they have shared their inputs over the LinkedIn or maybe uh, Instagram reels somewhere down the line. Influencers. It's more of this was used to be happen with organizations earlier as well, which are very very maintained. And then people first culture is almost about, it's not like that arranging the sessions or maybe arranging the doctors or maybe health supplements, etc. It's more of it's a very short thing to start with. For example, I being a manager of 4 or 5 people, I see that one of my consistent performer is dripping down his or her performance. It's not like that, they have lost the interest. I just want to understand where my people are going around. What's in their mind. right? It's more of to understand. It's more of to understand that what's in their mind. If they need any counsel around here, right? We need to counsel them. It's a very short, small step to start with, right? And then nowadays, organization is really made a focus on it because they want the best people should not deviate from the topics, right, and deviate from the job roles.
True.
It's more of that they should understand their pain areas and then try to overcome that as well. So people, for example, I'm momentally associated with consulting organization. Again, I said in the podcast last that human capital is the biggest asset for us. So for us, it's being looking at our human, our own people, that what they are facing through, and if they are good performance, still they are facing any challenges, just to counsel them and look around it and what helps, what best we can go across with, right? Even someone needs, I would say, a guidance. Someone would need upliftment. Someone would need any sort of approximate advice that how they can deal with. So these are the things of people culture. This is how the organizations are running now. There are a lot of programs which organizations are doing nowadays, which is good. But there is also a small responsibility. It's not like the whole organization will set up I would say, a one function together to enjoy the people first culture. It's not like it's a day by day activity, I would say rather. Every people should be trained across that you have to check with your colleague what they are going through nowadays. This is what my answer.
So basically, those that with those guidance and advices will help the people transition from present to future.
Yes, you may. For example, rightly quoted, see, if you talk about in our morning session, Guru Gaur Das,
Yes, sir.
they said Arjun was knowing that he was having all the powers to how to run the equipments. But what he left with, it's just like a right guidance. He
Correct.
was not having a will,
Mhm.
maybe. In everyone's life, there is someone who is there, maybe a friend can give you a better life advice or a situation you can discuss with. Your parent can give their own experience to you while you're growing up. And your fellow colleagues will give you, experience of how they are dealing currently. Correct. And your reporting, your seniors will give you the experience of your corporate world, that how they have been through all the journey. So it's like, I would say, each person, even if you get married as well, your wife comes in and they also give you a guidance that how to deal with people around here, and you also, vice versa, you do the same. True. With all the people. True. It is just like that. It's every time everyone needs a person at the right time or right situation where the person can be approachable. Who is that person, and how we can discuss our things about it. It's all about talking with people and thinking. And also I always suggest people that thinking should be a capital asset. True. Right? And thinking can take up to the new needs as well. Right?
So that is actually great, sir. Hearing from you and also the things said by Guruji. But if we are talking about transitioning from present to future, my next question is from your perspective, what workplace trends today will most strongly shape how companies hire and manage talent over the next decade?
See, that's a very challenging question to answer about here, because most of the terminologies are getting changed of hiring, right? So if there was an era, there was a traditional methods of hiring was done. People come in and go. Attrition was not in control as well at that point of time. Then era came and when people started staying back to the organization, and there a slight change of hiring has happened. Now, in going forward, hiring would take a shape, definitely, because organizations, if you see, doesn't want to hire people in bulk. Nowadays, specifically, they want people who are best, capable, and take the ownership, and who are willing to do the work and take the work and take it to the next level with their advancement of knowledge. See, coming in AI into the industry is a capacity loader for you. For example, if someone, transport business, how it works.
Yes.
If you do a, started your own transport business, you might have started from small, maybe kind of cart, and then you grew up, you saved some money, and then you picked up a biggest lorry as extra. It's more of AI is just like that. So we all, it's not like for everyone. It is for the working professionals as well. We have to pick this world, and if we don't change ourselves, if we don't change our mindset, and as well as if we don't train ourselves into these kind of terminologies, we will be back behind, and people will move forward. Right?
True, true, sir, true. So we covered the current scenario. We also went a little to the future. I think now I should go a little to the past, and the topic should be changed, and it should be about you.
Okay.
So my question is, how has been your journey from being a placement officer and now a leading university recruitment guide and an HR? Like, it's a great thing to do. So how has your journey, like, how can that inspire the students?
See, my own funda is always keep learning, keep growing. Never say that you can't do this. Always say, I can do this. This will take time, but I will definitely do this. See, I was a coordinator. You correctly said that in my college time, I was like the placement coordinators, wherein I got placed into human resources. And as well as, I started out working. Even my ex bosses are also here today.
Oh, wow.
They have seen me growing, right? So when I started out my career, it was a very difficult job wherein I was not liking it because people say that what HR has a work to do, right? But it is very difficult to be in HR because it's a highly target based job role we have. So, it's not easy. It's like every time business comes up and asks you many questions, why this not happened, why. Never, no one see that their own mistakes, but they will pick you up and put you on a spot as well. And then transition in my career is I have always seen, how I can leverage. See, my race is with me only, not with anyone else.
True.
So it's I always keep myself open in the market that what's turning around my surroundings, right? And how it is taking lifting up, how I can take this as a knowledge, how I can implement this as a knowledge, and doing an implementation into things and getting it sorted, more sorted, and giving it to an excellence level. So I've reached up to this level in a 1 decade now, right? And even if I look back myself, those who have started with me, they're still a little back. I won't say because I've guided them that we should change our pace to grow, but some of them have not picked that option and they went back. But I've took the challenges honestly. I've changed my industry. I have started with US staffing. That was a very pressurizing job out here because the number was very high. Targets was around 500, 600 in an year delivery of
God, okay.
right. That's an individual target. I'm talking about me, right? And then I shifted to telecom industry, British Telecom. Again, target was high, industry was completely different. 500, 600 people to deliver in a year, right? And then deliver and then make them sustain was another task added to my life. And then a couple of years, then we started that how we can navigate and look up to the new changes and new roles, etc. That we can lift up the people. Then again, I left PT, joined One Tech Consulting. That was a very short stint, though it was to set up the US programs. So though I set up it, and it was very difficult for me staying here in COVID and setting up a program in US because I was the only person who was working for that program. And then one of my leaders shifted, and he has seen me that how I'm doing it. He called me into this Protiviti consulting, right? And that was again a very difficult task consulting because they talk about people, they have their products, they have their client. You have to look at your leadership expectations, you have to look at your team expectation, you have to look at your boss's expectation, you have to look up to your client expectations as well. So these are the four stumps, if I talk about we have to take care on. But I never seen back. I took up the challenges. Likewise, I said in my podcast, do not take easier things to prove yourself. Take hard things too, because prove yourself. And then I've done it because if I talk about in Protiviti and Genpact, there was a clear ground when I started it. And with the grace of my leadership, those who understood me, I've built it up one foundation. Even I have opened up with my leadership guidance one center in Bhubaneswar itself, right? And these are the things I always see, and I always tell people that keep growing, keep learning. Learning is a thing where you can grow. Keep looking what is happening around you, surrounding your surroundings, how it is working, and always take difficult things to complete. Yes, someone your friend has taken up the easier task and completed and got appreciated, but you have picked up the difficult task, which will take time. But yes, if no one appreciates it, but definitely you will see that what you have done in yourself. That's the reason I always say my race is with me only, and then nobody else.
So if I had to summarize that in just one line, correct me if I'm wrong, sir. खुद की दौड़ खुद से ही है.
Correct.
Correct. So that was great to have Mr. Lakshay Sabharwal from Protiviti. And till then, stay tuned for further more episodes. This is Devanshu Singh signing off. Thank you.
Thank you so much.